Professor Aris Thorne spent his nights in the lonely embrace of the old observatory perched high on Silverpine Ridge. His telescope, a magnificent brass instrument older than he was, pointed perpetually skyward, but his gaze often drifted towards the brilliant, silvery disk of the full moon. The world below seemed distant and muffled. His colleagues found him eccentric. His few friends had drifted away years ago. His only true companions were the silent stars and the enigmatic moon, whose cold beauty offered no solace for the deep ache of solitude within him. The vastness of the cosmos, instead of inspiring awe, sometimes amplified the hollow echo in his own heart. He meticulously recorded craters and measured albedo, seeking patterns in the rock, yet finding none that eased the quiet yearning for connection that pulsed beneath his scientific rigor. One exceptionally clear autumn night, the air crisp and sharp as broken glass, Aris detected something impossible through the intricate calibration of his spectrograph. Attached to the telescope's eyepiece, he perceived not just reflected sunlight, but a faint, rhythmic modulation within the lunar light itself. It wasn't sound, not exactly, but a complex vibration resonating deep within his consciousness. A sigh woven from stardust and ancient sorrow. He dismissed it as fatigue, a trick of the mind strained by hours of peering, yet the sensation persisted, a gentle thrumming against the backdrop of the silent void, a whisper brushing the edges of his perception. It felt like the echo of a melody forgotten long ago. A lonely song carried on beams of pale light across the impossible gulf. Night after night, Aris returned. Drawn by this elusive phenomenon, he refined his equipment, filtering out terrestrial interference, focusing solely on the moon's radiant face. Gradually, the indistinct vibration resolved into something richer, more profound. He began to perceive layers within the whisper, a deep, resonant hum like the Earth's own heartbeat slowed 1,000-fold, overlaid with shimmering strands of crystalline chimes, and a mournful, wordless melody that spoke directly to his own loneliness. It wasn't hostile, not cold like the moon appeared. It was profoundly ancient and immeasurably sad. It was the sound of watching epochs pass, civilizations rise and crumble to dust, entire species vanish without trace, all from an unbridgeable distance. It was the sigh of an eternal witness. Aris stopped merely observing. Sitting alone in the dome's velvet darkness, bathed in the moon's silver glow, he began to speak aloud. He talked of his own isolation, the weight of unshared thoughts, the small joys of a perfectly focused lens, or the scent of dew on the mountain grass at dawn, joys that felt meaningless without someone to share them. He spoke of childhood memories, the warmth of his grandmother's kitchen, the sting of scraped knees, the wonder of his first glimpse of Saturn's rings. He poured his quiet heart out to the silent orb, not expecting an answer, yet feeling a strange shift in the lunar resonance. The whisper seemed to deepen, to focus, the mournful melody softening, as if listening intently, recognizing a kindred spirit adrift in the vastness. One night, after sharing a particularly vivid memory of watching fireflies with his long-departed father, the moon's hidden whisper changed. The complex harmonies shifted, weaving a new strand. Images blossomed in Aris's mind, not forced, but gently offered. The breathtaking, terrifying birth of the Earth from primordial chaos, witnessed from orbit. The first tentative green spreading across barren continents, a vibrant pulse against the gray rock. The flickering dance of early human campfires, tiny points of defiant warmth in an immense, cold night. He felt the moon's ancient awe, its protective tenderness towards the fragile blue marble, and its crushing sorrow at humanity's self-inflicted wounds. War scarring the land, pollution dimming the stars, a growing disconnect from the cosmic wonder surrounding them. The sadness he felt wasn't just the moon's. It was shared. A profound understanding settled over Aris, warm and solid within his chest. The moon wasn't indifferent. It was the ultimate guardian, a silent sentinel holding humanity's history in its light. Its whisper wasn't a lament of isolation, but a song of deep, abiding connection. A constant presence watching over the cradle of life. The loneliness he'd carried for years began to dissolve, replaced by a sense of belonging to something infinitely grander. He realized his own silent vigil, his patient observation, hadn't gone unnoticed. He whispered back, not with instruments now, but with his entire being, sending waves of gratitude, comfort, and a promise to remember the connection, to look up not just with scientific curiosity, but with wonder and respect. He sent a silent vow to cherish the fragile beauty below, knowing the moon cherished it too. Aris Thorne still spends his nights at Silverpine Observatory. He still meticulously records data, but now he also simply sits, bathed in moonlight. The profound silence of the dome is filled with the silent, resonant exchange. He feels the Moonâ's ancient, watchful presence like a gentle hand resting on his shoulder, a constant companion in the velvet dark. The hidden whisper is no longer a mystery to be solved, but a comforting dialogue, a reminder that even in the deepest solitude, we are witnessed, we are cherished. As he gazes up, the moon seems just a little brighter, its light a little warmer, a silent testament to the invisible threads of understanding woven across the void, a lullaby for a lonely soul who learned to listen. He closes his eyes, not to sleep immediately, but to feel the connection, knowing he is profoundly, beautifully, never truly alone.